up guys? So today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute deco mesh wreath. What you need is a wreath ring, and this one is 16 inches, but you could definitely use whatever size you'd like. You can even use a plain wreath ring and add the chenille stems on yourself. I'll link the video in the description box of how to do that down below. Then this is a 10-inch deco mesh, and I have a pattern color and a plain color. And then I have red and white in this 6-inch deco mesh. Again, use whatever colors you'd like. Just have fun with it. I also have a really pretty sign for the center that says love is all you need. Also need chenille stems to attach the sign, scissors and a rotary cutter, and a hot glue gun. Let's get started. Alright, so to get started, I'm going to take the 10-inch deco mesh and I'm going to layer them on top of each other just to make the wreath a little thicker and fuller. Alright, so just like that, I have both rolls. Okay, then the end I'm going to curl inward. This is just going to help facilitate nice, pretty, round poofs. Alright, and then you just pick a starting place. I'm just going to start on the outer ring. That's usually where I start. But you can start wherever you'd like. You just place the deco mesh down and twist it a couple of times. Just like that. And you can see it's already starting to form a nice, pretty poof. You just help to curve it into a poof, just like that. And however much you leave in between the stems depends on how big you want your poof. So I just like a nice medium-sized poof. You just come to the next stem, make sure it's curled under, and twist it a couple of times. Just like that. You have a nice, pretty poof. Okay, and you just go on to the next stem. So again, you just curl it under, gather it together, find the stem, and place it. Just like that. There you go. So I'm going to continue this all the way around the outer ring, and then I'll move to the inner ring. So that's what it looks like. Now you can cut it here and start over fresh on the inner ring, or you can just bring it to the next inner stem and continue from there. I like to do that just so I'm not having to cut and deal with a lot of ends, but either way will work. So let me show you. Okay, so this is where I connected it to the first piece. The first and last piece are connected here. Now I'm going to make a poof and then come all the way around to the next stem on the inner ring. Have one more stem left, making a nice big poof and twisting it down. Right, so I made the twist right there, and now I'm going to cut. And tuck that under to hide it. So this is what it's looking like so far. Alright, next thing we are going to do is add deco mesh to each of the chenille stems. So I'm going to cut some of both. Since I have excess, I'm going to cut both. Alright, so I have cut all of my 8-inch strips. And there are several ways that you can roll the deco mesh. One way is to roll it at a diagonal. And you see that makes it a nice pretty point at either end. The other way you can roll it is just in the regular curl. And you see that gives you two nice cute curls. So both ways are cute. You could definitely mix and match the ways, or you can just go with one way. I think I'm going to lean more towards just the curl, but I'll see when I start placing everything on the wreath. And I was able to cut, I believe 16 of both colors. So 32, that's more than enough for me. I believe there are 18 stems on a wreath ring, so I definitely wouldn't open another roll of deco mesh just to cut 2 more. It'll get lost into the ring, so you won't even be able to tell that some are missing. So we're just gonna go ahead and get these placed. Again, if you make the poofs smaller, then you'll definitely probably have enough to cut 18 pieces. But if your poofs are larger than mine, then you will probably only get maybe like 13 or 14 pieces. But again, I'm completely fine with the 16 pieces, and it's going to look really pretty and poofy. So let's go ahead and get this placed on the ring. So we have the nice poofy ring here, and we are going to take our deco mesh that we cut. Again, I think I'm going to go with just rolling it into a nice curl, because that looks so cute and adorable, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to curl this one. I usually like to spike it, so I'm just changing it up a little bit. So I have 2 curls. So cute. I'm going to scrunch them together. Just like this. Find a random Chanel stem. And place it down. So don't forget to untwist it when you place it and then twist it back. Just like that. So we'll do it again. Again, I'm just rolling it normal. Okay, nice and pretty. Then I take the red. And they kind of already have, they're kind of already rolled into the curl, but I just like to roll them a little bit tighter. So I have the red, and then I have the burlap. I crisscross them and scrunch them. Just like this. And then I find the next Chanel stem, untwist, place the burlap, and then twist it back. Just like that. And then of course you want to manipulate it and adjust it as you see fit. That's so cute and adorable. I'm going to get the rest of them placed now. So I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss a section, but everything looks really good so far. And I actually ended up using the 10-inch deco mesh instead of using the 6-inch deco mesh. This looks really pretty and full. I'm actually not going to use the red 6-inch deco mesh, but I do want to add a little more white into the wreath. I think that'll just add a little extra pop to it. So I'm going to cut some pieces, probably about 8 inches, just like the other pieces. 8 inches, and then I'm just going to add them in randomly just to accent the wreath a little bit more. I have an 8-inch long piece. I'm just going to roll it with the curl, just like I've been rolling the other pieces. And of course this one is a little bit shorter, but it's still nice and cute. Scrunch it, and then it's so poofy. Find Chanel stem, untwist it, place your white piece of deco mesh, and twist it back. I'm placing this randomly all over the wreath. Added the white accent. This is what it looks like. So cute and poofy. Last thing to do is to add the really pretty sign. Again, if you like it better without the white, that's completely up to you. If your sign is a different color and you want to accent that color, you can definitely do that as well. Just like be creative and make it your own. Alright, so I have my sign for the center. What I'm going to do is use chenille stems to anchor it in place. First thing I'm going to do, take 2 stems, cross them about that far, and then twist them onto each other. So essentially what I'm doing is making one long chenille stem. You see? And make sure it's long enough to go around to go across the back of the sign. See? And then there's still space to glue it down and twist it to the ring. So essentially, these 2 will be glued in place, one towards the top and one towards the bottom. This will be glued down, and we will use this to attach it to the actual wreath ring. And this is actually supposed to be a hanging sign, but we're not going to use it for that. So we're just going to cut that. I have my hot glue gun here. And I'm just going to pretty much just make a line. Just like the nail stem in place right on top of it. Go ahead and tie this to the wreath ring. So we have a nice poofy wreath here. What I'm going to do is actually push the center outwards to make space for the sign, because I don't really want it to cover any of my wreath. I just want it to kind of hug it all the way around. So push that to the side over here and push it to the side over there. Alright. And then you just find the wreath. You can feel a nice sturdy part. Take the chenille stem that's sticking out and just twist it right around there a couple of times. Okay. Perfect. Then you go to the next one and do the exact same thing. Find the ring and twist your chenille stem around it. Adjust it as needed. Perfect. So I have those 2 sides down. I'm going to get the other side down. Adjust everything. Make sure it's looking nice and pretty and poofy. Alright. And for the very last step, you have 2 options. You can twist your chenille stems and tuck them away to where you can't see them, or you can take scissors or a pin or anything and you can curl them and keep them where they are showing. Usually if the stems match my color scheme, I like to just curl them and keep them visible because it just adds a little extra glitter and extra touch. Let me see if I can show you exactly what I'm doing. So I'm twisting it, just giving it a nice cute little curl, just like that. So I'm doing that with both of them. So I'm going to do that all the way around and then we will be done. This is the final product. This is what it looks like. Again, make it your own. Do whatever you'd like. Switch it up a little bit.